Well, now at the end of 2, it's 17-14, so 28 points scored in the second quarter. I think that's what a lot of people thought this game would be about.
Yeah, I think you're right. And again, this is we got a lot of football left to play. I'm glad that Stephenville gets the ball to start the second half. That's what makes that touchdown. You know, we mentioned that as they were driving, that makes that touchdown so big. You get on top, and now if your offense can get the opening kicker in the second half, go down the field and score, there's those 2 scores ahead you are, and then if you can just tit for tat the rest of the way, you're all right.
Well, and I know that the feeling in the locker room at the half had to be so much better. Maybe you're not overconfident, but you feel a lot better going in with the lead when there was 2 minutes to go in the second half you were trailing.
Yeah. Another game going on right now that we'll try to get a score for you is the Lake Highlands Midland League game. That's going on out at Shotwell Stadium. Started about 35 minutes ago. We'll see if we can get our staff on that one. And, again, the reason that's important is Katie's already won today. If Midland Lee wins and we win here, we're going to San Antonio next weekend.
All right, and if Lake Highlands wins, that game has already been decided. They will play Katy right here at Texas Stadium. If Stephenville wins, we'll be back here again next week.
So we'll try to get that score for you, and that'll help with knowing where you're going. But right now, you're going right down the field here with 24 minutes of football left to play.
And it would be a noon kick for the 5A championship with that game being on TV, and then Stephenville on TV would immediately follow after that with a win here today. Getting ready to kick off. Southlake Carroll's kick is away, end-over-end deep kick that will be taken up to the 10, 15, 20. Hunter finds a seam, 25 across the 30, gets out to the 35-yard line, and Stephenville will open with great field position at the 35-yard line.
30 yards on the return by Zach Hunter. Big return.
We start the Rent City Superstore third quarter. The contestant this week, Ronnie Curtis of Stephenville. Ronnie of Stephenville holds Southlake scoreless here in the third quarter. You'll be the recipient of a new VCR from Rent City Superstore in Stephenville, located at the Stephenville Plaza.
Well, and finally some fairly decent field position to start at drive, Boots.
We noticed Stephenville went away from the starburst return that time. They just did directly up the middle behind a little bit of a wedge. Said, if this officiating crew is not going to let us run that play, we won't run it.
Don't worry, we're not stupid.
Luker is under center. 2 backs behind him offset. Handoff over the left tackle. Good running room for Hunter across 40, 45 across midfield. Trying to escape down to the 48-yard line of Carroll. Big play for the Zach Rabbit. He picks up about 17 on that carry. 1st and 10 for Stephenville, and after one play, Stephenville is into Carroll territory.
And they're into some territory that only one other team in high school football history has been. They're now over 8,000 yards of total offense in this season.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Halfway through week 15. Luker is under center, 1 back behind him. It is Cardwell. Cardwell taking a pitch, has got some good running across the 45 to the 44, almost the 43. He'll be spotted down at the 44. A pickup on the play of 4. It sets up 2nd down and 6.
Boy, you can see some real spark in this offense here, Boots, and amazing what a little field position will do for you.
And also amazing maybe what a little coaching at halftime will do for you as well.
Yeah, good point.
11:08 to go here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville on top 17-14 over Southlake and driving on their opening drive of the second half.
I think we're going to call a timeout, Boots.
Stephenville will have to call a timeout. They did not like the personnel on the field. It did not fit the package they were looking for. We'll take one with them. 17-14, Stephenville on top of Carroll. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Welcome back. 2nd down and 6 for the Jackets. Ball inside the 44 of Carroll. 1 man in motion to the near side. It is Hunter. Luker under center. Throwing out the flats to Hunter. Hunter trying to set up his blocks. Gets a great block at the 40 inside the 35 to the 34. And setting up that great block for Stephenville. Was that Jay Doty? It was.
Yes, it was. Hey, Boots, we have a score in the Midland Lee Lake Highlands now. I had the information that game started at 6.
I thought it was 6 as well. What time is it?
Well, it says this is a fourth quarter score. There's no way. It must have started at 3.
Well, either their time was wrong when it started or the quarter is wrong. So.
But anyway, Midland Lee on top, 14-7.
Midland Lee wins that game. Stephenville wins probably next week the state championship is in San Antonio. Luker under center, running the option, giving it straight ahead to Ferrasis. Gets inside the 30 to the 29. A pickup of about 3 on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 7. In the second quarter is what that game is.
All right.
So it was a 6 o'clock kick then.
All right, we got that straightened out.
3 yards for Ferrasis, 2nd and 7. The ball is at the 29-yard line, inside the 29 of Carroll. 10-19 and counting here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 17, Southlake 14. Stephenville very methodical on this drive, moving quite quickly. Luker, play action, setting up, looking to throw, still looking. Now he's in some trouble, and he'll be thrown down for a loss. Back at the 33-yard line. Good coverage downfield by the Dragon defensive backfield, and not really a situation, John, where he didn't have time to throw it. That's just a coverage sack.
Yeah, very good coverage sack. Jake Walter, number 5, in to make the sack, and he had to go all the way around and come in from the back door. And credit Kellen Luker for not fumbling that ball, Boots, as he was hit by his blind side.
Hit on the backside. It did hold on to the football. Luker is now in shotgun. Trips to the near side. 2 receivers far side. Stephenville needs to get to the 22-yard line. They are at the 34.
Here comes the blitz.
Luker waiting the snap. Snap back to him. The blitz is coming, and Luker is hammered. Back at the 38-yard line. He saw the blitz coming, and he tried to run quickly out of shotgun to see if he could get through the line. If he did, he would have had plenty of yardage, but the blitzing man did find him, and the big loss moves the ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. And why that's bad, John, is it took us out of field goal range.
Yeah, those last 2 plays collectively took us out of field goal range, as we didn't really lose all that much. Now Evatt will try to help us out with some field position more here, as Stephenville will just try to pin the Dragons down deep.
This is a situation where Stephenville has tried to fake. Here it is 4th and 15 at the Carroll 36-yard line. We'll wait and see what happens. Snap back to Browse, running the option. Pitch back to Evatt. Evatt looking to get some running room. Will be run out of bounds. No gain on the play. Stephenville ran the option. They get no yardage on the play, and Carroll will get good field position because Stephenville did not elect to punt the football.
I would like to see us punt, maybe just try to pin them down deep in their own territory there, but obviously Coach Browse saw something he thought he could get right there on running the option to Kendall and then to Evatt.
Well, they ran the option to the short side of the field, and Carroll had 2 defensive players outside the line lined up. It was not a hard play for them to defend. So the ball turns over on downs. Southlake 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Nathan Chandler under center, handing the ball to McNutt. McNutt gets to about the 38, maybe the 39, a pickup of 2 on the play.
Well, credit Southlake, Boots, as Stephenville gets the opening kickoff drives all the way down to the Southlake 30-yard line, then had to start backing up. And so they don't score on their first possession here in the second half. Let's see now if they can hold Southlake maybe to 3 and out and get that field position back.
2nd down and 8 for the Dragons at their own 39-yard line. 2 backs behind Chandler, split receivers to both sides. Straight drop for Chandler, looking to throw, throwing out in the flats, has a receiver, it's knocked away. A great defensive play made by Ryan Harris as the intended receiver, Justin Turner, had to go high in the air to make the catch, and when it was at his fingertips, Turner hit him, knocked him away, knocked the ball loose. It sets up now 3rd down and 8 for the Dragons.
And that was not a great pass by Chandler. It was pretty high, and as you said, Harris just finished him off.
8:05 to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Our contestant, Ronnie Curtis of Stephenville. Keep your fingers crossed on this drive. Split receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, 1 back behind Chandler. It is McNutt. Straight drop. It is the draw. Now the fake of the draw. Chandler still looking to throw. Has an open receiver. A great catch by Strickland at the 49-yard line. A pickup of about 12 on the play. It is a 1st down.
Brady Gunn all over him. You're right. That was just a great play. Good blocking up front for the Dragons to give Chandler a little bit of time. They rolled him out to the near side. And he just had just enough time to make that play work, as Strickland is by far his favorite receiver, over 60 receptions on the season.
Strickland was on a crossing pattern. It took a long time for him to get over there. Chandler found him, led him just right. Strickland went high in the air to pull it down. 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the Stephenville 48-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. McNutt, good running room inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 13 on that play. 1st and 10 for the Dragons, who have the momentum now going here in the third quarter. 7:36 to go in the third quarter. 17 Stephenville, 14 Southlake Carroll.
Well, this looks a lot like the drive Stephenville started this half with, moving from their 35 to the opponent's 35. And that's exactly what Southlake has done now.
Nathan Chandler again under center, two backs behind him. Strickland and McNutt, the two backs, two receivers to the near side. Running the speed option. Chandler faking the pitch now, escapes one man inside the 30, inside the 25 to the 24. Oh, goodness. Boone had a chance to tackle Nathan Chandler behind the line of scrimmage, and Chandler just shucked him off, and he picks up 11 in the first down.
Actually, McCormick was the first one there, and he did. He just powered his way through there. You can see the strength of that young man as he ran right through two tackles, making him getting inside the 25, picking up an 11 right there.
First and 10 for the Carroll Dragons at the Stephenville 24-yard line. We are under 7 minutes to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Chandler under center, split receivers both sides, two backs behind him. Chandler straight drop, looking to throw, still looking, throwing out in the near flats. It is caught and then run out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That is a pass completion for 1 yard.
Boy, Ryan Harris doing some talking, isn't he? After that play.
Boy, he had a good time. Anytime you can see a receiver having to really slow down to catch the ball, and he's running not north and south, but east and west, and you have a chance to close, you're really going to be able to lay a pop on the receiver, and that's exactly what he did. The receiver on that near side, Justin Turner. Second down and 9. Chandler under center, two receivers far side, one to the near side. McNutt is the one back. Play action, it is the draw to McNutt. He's got more running room across the 20 to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. The draw has been the nemesis of the Stephenville defense. They have not found a way to defend against the draw here in the first half or now here early in the second half.
And that offensive lineman for Stephenville that made that possible, number 64, Zach West. Boy, he had a huge block on Gilson.
Zach West, 6'8", 280 pounds. First and 10 for the Dragons at the Stephenville 13-yard line. Split backs once again behind Chandler, two receivers to the near side. Chandler under center, play action now to give again on the draw to Strickland. Strickland gets down to the 11-yard line. That play was a little slow to develop as it was one of the draws, John, where the quarterback snuck up behind the running back and put it around his back and into his belly, hoping that the defenders would not see him give the ball. Jackets were very quickly on top of Strickland, a gain of 2.
It's kind of a stand-up version of a play that Nebraska did years ago until it was illegal, the old fumble-rooski, you know. That's kind of what it looked like. He just, like you said, hid behind him, stuck it around in front of him.
Second down and 8 for the Dragons. The ball outside the Stephenville 11-yard line. 5:16 and counting here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Chandler under center, one back behind him. That is McNutt. McNutt finds running room inside the 5 to the 3, keeps his feet going. Touchdown.
Great block by the official.
McNutt just ran through the would-be tackle of McCormick. He powered through him, and the gain for 11 yards puts Southlake back on top, 20-17 with the extra point upcoming.
The official made a great block on Gunn as he tried to get around him, and he was just standing in the way, and then McCormick had help, didn't have any help. And McNutt, you see the strength of his lower body as he just carried McCormick right into the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point. Snap back, hold down kick is on the way from Finley. It is up, and it is good. With 5:05 to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter, our apologies to Mr. Ronnie Curtis of Stephenville. There will be no winner today. Dragons 21, Stephenville 17. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Steel has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Steel and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Welcome back. 5:05 to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter.
That last scoring drive, 9 plays, 64 yards, took 3:35. McNutt on the 11-yard run. That scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks.
Nathan Miller with the kickoff for the Dragons. It'll be taken by Briles at the 10. Check that, it's Evatt. Evatt gives the ball to Hunter across the 20, across the 25, 30, across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Evatt, the return man or the dealer, was able to get back and actually grab the ball away from Briles, and then he turned his back to the crew, and when Hunter went by him, he handed him the ball. Great field position for Stephenville. Gets out to the 36-yard line.
Well, and once again, good field position for Stephenville Yellow Jackets. They started their first drive here in the second half at the 35. Now they go from the 36-yard line. Let's see if they can put one in the end zone. I think they need to do that here, don't you, Boots?
Absolutely. Luker is under center, twins to the far side, one to the near side. Throwing out in the flats for Carroll. Makes the catch at the 35 across the 40, 45 across almost to midfield to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 14 on the play and a first down for Stephenville.
Boy, Cody just needed another step, and he was gone.
Cody a little slow coming off the carpet as when he took that hit, he turned backwards, and you saw the back of his helmet hit the turf. But this is a very soft artificial surface at Texas Stadium. I'm sure that lessened the blow a little bit. He is back in there. First and 10 for the Jackets.
Luker Nile, 9 of 14 for 157 yards. Cody Cardwell over 100 receiving.
Luker running the option, giving it straight ahead to Ferrasis. Ferrasis into Carroll territory to the 47-yard line. A pickup of about 3.5 on the play. It sets up a long 6 needed for second.
To be exact, 105 yards on 5 receptions for Cody Cardwell, and that's right about his average.
Only 3 credited on the carry, so it's second down and 7 for Stephenville. Steed and Combs split to the far side. Evett split to the near side. In the backfield with Luker and shotgun. Standing next to him is Cardwell and Hunter. They flank on both sides. Now Combs comes in motion to the near side. Snap back to Luker. Giving straight ahead and sought for a loss is Hunter. Back at the 50-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play. Sets up third down and 10 for Stephenville.
Well, Southlake Carroll giving up some big yardage here in the second half, but then when they need to shut us down, they have done so far. This is a big play right here, Boots. We need to keep moving the sticks and get to the end zone.
Third down and a long 9 needed for the Jackets. The ball is just inside the 50-yard line. Luker has 2 backs standing behind him. One of those is Tinklenberg. He's a wing on the right side. Now the tailback Combs goes in motion to the far side. Quickly, Luker is in trouble, and he'll throw this ball away. Luker did a great job to throw that one away as he had a huge rush on top of him. Outside linebacker on a blitz, Jake Waldrop, was all over Luker. It'll set up fourth down, and Stephenville will have to punt.
Kellen never had a chance there to do anything as Southlake just sold out and said, here we come.
Stephenville was trying to run a play that was going to take a little bit of time to develop, and with the all-out blitz coming, Luker had no time. Evett getting set to punt. Snap back to him, and the kick is away. Oh, he shanked this one. Shanked it off the side of his foot. It'll hit at the 35, go inside the 30, and go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Only about a 22-yard punt.
But not bad, though. It's inside the 30-yard line, and that's what he was trying to do, but obviously probably like inside the 20. But you'll take that. At least you're going to make them go a long ways here.
Well, Stephenville trailing 21-17, a little bit similar to earlier in the game where after Southlake Carroll had scored and taken the lead, they took an onside kick and got the ball back. So now Carroll with a 4-point lead has the football. Twins to the near side, 1 receiver far side. Chandler is under center, McNutt the one back behind him. Under center, handoff to McNutt. McNutt is drilled at about the 28-yard line, maybe the 29, of gain of 1 on the play. In there quickly for Stephenville. Coming up was Cal Gilson from his his defensive end position. Second down and 9, 2:56 and counting here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Southlake Carroll 21, Stephenville 17.
Boy, there was nothing up the middle that time as McNutt had to hesitate for just a second. When he did, as you said, Gilson just closed down on him. Stephenville really needs to make a stand right here, Boots, because the field position is in their favor as we speak.
Chandler again under center, the one back behind him now. 3 in-tight receivers to the near side running the option. Coming to the near side is Chandler. Chandler will be run down at the 31-yard line. A pickup of about 2 on the play. It'll set up third down and about 7. And did you see what B.J. Mercer was doing on that play?
He just shot up through the gap and took away the pitch. Chandler wanted to pitch that to McNutt and almost looked like McNutt was going to stop and go the other direction.
Well, and if Chandler decides he is going to pitch and he doesn't see Mercer, Mercer's going to pick off that pitch and is going to go the distance for the score.
Yeah, that would have been fortunately for the Dragons, Chandler saw that just in time as he had pump faked, and like you say, if Mercer gets that one, he'll score easy.
Third down from the 33-yard line of their own. Southlake Carroll's quarterback Chandler under center. Play action, faking the draw, now looking to throw, still looking to throw, in some trouble, throwing the deep ball on the near sideline. It's up, and it's, what a catch, and then dropped. Oh, my gosh, almost an incredible catch by Justin Turner at the 28-yard line. It was over his outside shoulder, and one of those he had to look back over the outside shoulder to make the catch, and then made an adjustment to the sideline, falling backwards, tried to catch it. He had it momentarily, but when his body hit the ground, it shook his hands so hard, it made him drop the football. Stephenville catches a break, and now they'll get the ball back after the punt. If not, it would have been 1st and 10 for the Dragons at around the Stephenville 30.
Ooh, that was a big, big play, as Harris had been beat on that one.
Scratcher getting set to punt inside his own 20. He'll await the snap. He gets it, and from the 20, his kick is away. End-over-end kick will be fair caught by Cardwell at the 33-yard line, and that's where Stephenville will begin 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 35 yards on the punt of Scratcher. 1:32 to go here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville trails Southlake Carroll 21-17.
17-14 at the half. Jackets on top, so only the one touchdown by Carroll, and Stephenville pretty well shut down on this here in this second half.
Luker is under center, 2 backs behind him. The tailback is Hunter. Luker, handoff directly over the left side. Great hole across the 35, outside the 40, down to the 42, or up to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 9 on the play, sets up 2nd down and 1. And, John, whenever the Jackets have wanted to go off tackle, they've been very successful.
Yeah, it's one of those games, Boots, where, you've seen it happen that teams run well between the 20s. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. Actually, it's between about the 35s for Stephenville. They need to punch it on into the end zone here.
1:05 and counting here in the third quarter. Luker under center, 2 backs behind him. The tailback, Evett, goes in motion to the far side. Running the option straight ahead to Ferrasis. Ferrasis will get down to the 40, up to the 42-yard line, 43. This is very close to the yardage needed for the 1st down, and I think he's probably got it.
Yeah, that spot from the far side should give it to him.
They'll put it down at the
they're going to spot it.
43-yard line. This is very close to the yardage needed for the 1st. I think he's got it, but they'll go ahead and measure.
I don't know now that I see the spot. That is not a good spot.
I think he's got it by about the nose of the football.
Well, we'll just see.
Bring out the chains. They stretch out the football, and by the nose of the football, it is a 1st down. I do better from about 300 yards away up here in the booth than I do at Tarleton, where we're right on top of the stadium.
Yeah, good point. Defensive lineman Albert Alvarez, number 73, Boots, is hurt. Looks like he's got his arm hurt. He's out of the game now.
He is one of the starting defensive tackle, 6 foot, 205-pound junior. He is replaced by 5'11", 220-pound junior Brandon Taylor.
Take that trade off.
Thank you. Luker under center, 3 receivers to the near side. Play action, rolling to the near side, setting up, looking to throw. Has Cardwell caught, 50, 45, down to the 42-yard lines where he's knocked out of bounds, out to 41. And now a late flag coming at around the 41, and this may be one of the Jacket receivers coming back to make a block after the 15-yard catch. It's going to go against Stephenville.
Is it really?
This will be a late block against one of the receivers trying to come back to get a block for Cardwell. So if it is a clip or an illegal block, let's wait and see. The ball is all the way at the 41-yard line. It'd be about a 16-yard gain, actually, on the pass. They'll way off the flag, and we finally got a break. And look at Coach Trials pump his arms in the air. Have we gotten a break like that in a few weeks from an officiating staff?
Not one, brother. Not one.
Oh, man.
We'll take that one.
1st and 10 for Stephenville at the Carroll 41-yard line. Boy, that's a good feeling. Twins to the far side, 1 to the near side. 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Stephenville trailing 21-17. Luker sends Evett in motion to the near side. Luker straight drop, into trouble. Now will throw the ball quickly. He had to throw it before Cardwell was ready because the blitz was coming on top of him. Outside linebacker Brady West was right there. Incompletion stops the clock with 18 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 at the 41.
And here's a case where Stephenville just needs to be patient and keep moving down the field till they can get into the end zone. Cardwell now will come out of the game, get a breather.
2 backs behind Luker. Handoff over the left side, Hunter. Hunter finds a little running room and slips. Oh, he lost his footing at about the 40. He gets down to about the 37. It'll set up 3rd down and 6 for Stephenville, and that will roll off the clock. Third quarter books is in the books. Rent City Superstore third quarter comes to an end. Southlake Carroll 21, Stephenville 17. After this timeout, we're back in 1 minute.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
Stephenville has only trailed twice this season in the fourth quarter. This, the state semifinal, they trail right now. In both those occasions with Brown and Cleburne, the Stephenville offense was able to come back at some point in the fourth quarter and take the lead. They'll need to do that again tonight if they want to advance to the state final. 17 points through 3 quarters, with the exception of the Cleburne game. That is the lowest output in scoring of Stephenville this year.
Boy, the fans are into this one now, Boots.
3rd down and 6 for the Jackets. They need to get to the 31-yard line. The ball is at the 37 of Southlake Carroll. Luker is under center. Inside, no, it's a fake. Luker rolling out, throwing out the flats, has Cardwell. Great catch at the 25-yard line. First down. They faked the inside trap to Hunter. Luker rolled to the near side, found Cardwell coming at a slot back on the out route. Picks up the yardage needed for the first and 10 at the Carroll 25.
And Boots, if you're a scout, recruiting scout watching Kellen Luker, you know he's got the strong arm where he can fire it. Did you notice how he had to put a little touch on that because there was a defender between he and Cody? Put it right on the money. Great pass.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the Carroll 25-yard line. Carroll has walked up 7 men on the line. Luker is in some trouble. Now he'll try to run. He'll get forward positive yards to the 23, almost the 22, a pickup of about 2 on the play. It's a situation where Luker was wanting to throw the quick pass out in the flats, and the Carroll Dragons had it defended very nicely. And, John, I would have to say that this defense from Southlake has defended the pass today better than any team we've seen this year.
Well, you're right.
And it may help them, especially from the standpoint that they're in a district where there are 2 other teams that throw the ball a lot. Luker is under center, 2nd down and 8. Fake the pitch. Inside, the pass is too low. It was a quick hot pattern intended for Toby O'Neill. O'Neill was wide open at the 12-yard line, but Luker could not get him the ball. A better pass, and it's a 1st down at the 12.
Yeah, that was a play we've been wanting all night. They faked the quick pitch to Zach and just was streaking Toby O'Neill off of the tight end position. Had him wide open, just threw it low.
3rd down now and 8 for the Jackets. The ball at the 23-yard line. Trips to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Luker is under center. Now motion to the near side is Cardwell. Pitch back to Cardwell. Cardwell may want to throw. He's in trouble. He'll throw this one. It's incomplete as he was drilled right when he tried to throw the ball. And the Stephenville offense is having all kinds of trouble getting the ball in the end zone. And I see J.W. Boren going out onto the field. Do you kick the field goal to pull within 1 at the 11-14 mark, or do you go for it on 4th and 8 at the 23-yard line, John?
I think you kick.
Well, that's what they'll do as Boren gets the tee. This ball will be put down at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard. He's been good from 47 already tonight. Keel will have the snap. Steve will have the hold. J.W. Boren gets set. Snap back. Hold down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. It was it was short. J.W. did not connect with that very well. I had plenty of shoot. It was very straight, but he did not have enough on it. John, I thought from our angle like it was going to get there, and it fell just short of the crossbar.
Yeah, he just got under that one. It was perfect down the middle, but just a little bit shy. And, the Dragons turn away the Yellow Jackets again at 11:08 to go in this ball game. They have the ball and a 4-point lead.
John, Stephenville has been very successful moving the ball to the Southlake Carroll 30-yard line, but has had a lot of trouble getting it past that.
Yeah, that's the way it's been this whole second half. They need to hold here. They've got the field position more than 1. They're going to run it now, I'm sure.
Chandler under center, 2 backs behind him, running the speed option to the far side. Chandler has the ball and lots of running room across the 30, across the 35. Briles makes the tackle at the 37-yard line, a 1st down Nathan Chandler and Southlake Carroll, they get the ball out to the 37-yard line. And, John, this game right now has a really eerie feeling to it.
Boy, it does. And Stephenville needs to get the ball back and then stick it in the end zone. Defense has done their part in this game. We need the offense to get the ball and get moving. As you said, get past the 30-yard line.
I think if you would have told the coaching staff that Southlake Carroll would score 21 points in this game, I think they would have felt very good about that. Right now, however, Stephenville trailing in the fourth quarter, 21-17. Nathan Chandler under center for the Dragons, two backs behind him. A draw goes to McNutt, gets out to the 38-yard line, a pickup of about 2 on that play, and it's the best that the Jackets have defended the draw so far tonight.
That was actually Strickland and Clayton Harmon in to make that tackle quickly after just a couple of yards.
Second down and 8 for Carroll. 10:31 and counting here in the Texas Trucks fourth quarter. Excuse me, the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
I'm sure, Boots, that they would like to just keep running the ball and take some time off the clock, don't you?
Well, Carroll has got to think right now, the longer that we keep the ball out of the hands of the Stephenville offense, the better chances we have of winning this ball game. Even though we've stopped him in the game, you know the offense of Stephenville will explode quick enough. Chandler under center, straight drop, looking to throw, still looking, throwing the deep ball on the near sideline. It's up for grabs, almost a great interception by Gunn. He had it momentarily at the 30. The intended receiver was Trevor Tracker. Gunn couldn't quite pull it away. It's third down and 8 here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
Well, and that's exactly what Coach Copeland expects from Chandler. He throws that out, and he throws it high and just hangs it up. Browse got an interception earlier. Gunn almost had one there. Big third down now for the Jacket defense.
Third down and 8 for the Carroll Dragons at their own 39-yard line. Chandler under center, one back behind him is McNutt. Two receivers near side, one to the far side. McNutt in all kinds of trouble. Check that Chandler. Chandler will be sacked. The quarterback all the way back at the 25-yard line. And say hello to Clayton Harmon.
He just bull rushed right up the middle, baby, and drove Chandler back. They're going to mark him actually at the 30-yard line. A loss of about 7 on that sack. That is the third sack today for the defense. And Clayton Harmon, 9-yard loss? 9-yard loss on that sack. Clayton Harmon just driving right up the middle. Huge play.
They spot the ball at the 32-yard line. They tackled him at the 25. Boy, that's ridiculous.
What is that about?
Boy, they gave him about 6 yards of forward progress when he was running backwards himself. Well, Scratcher will have to punt. The punt will come down to Carroll, who fair catches at the 29, and that's where the Stephenville offense will take over at the 9:17 mark of the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville trailing Southlake Carroll 21-17. John, he was run over at the 25-yard line, and they spot the ball at the 32.
Well, he was backing up, but a lot of that had to do with Clayton. But, again, he was still trying to struggle for position. 39 yards on the punt. Boy, that's a huge punt for Southlake just when they needed it.
First and 10 for the Jackets at their own 29-yard line. Boy, and how big would it be right now for Stephenville if that last field goal would have been good? They will be driving now just to get in field goal range. Inside, throwing out in the flats to Carroll. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 45. A big play from Luker to Carroll, hitting Carroll on the flare pattern out in the flats.
16 yards. Boy, Cody and Kellen starting to get together here. A.B. Combs, still, we haven't heard from him today. It's been a long time since he's been shut out on the offense. Boots, some of these other guys ought to be opening up pretty quick.
Trips to the far side, one receiver near side. Hunter is in the backfield with Luker. Luker is standing at shotgun. 9:08 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Southlake 21, Stephenville 17. Snap back to Luker. Luker running the option. Pitches out to Hunter. Hunter across the 45, trying to get to the outside. Across midfield to the 44, the 49 to the 48-yard line of Southlake. And what a beautiful job Hunter did of making the first man miss out there on the flats. And that was Ty Strickland.
Yes, it was.
Trying to come up and make the stop. And Hunter said, hello to my stiff arm.
And he never did go down. He eventually just ran out, was driven out of bounds.
At the 48, and so a pickup of about 7 on the play. It's second down and 3 for Stephenville. Carroll splits to the far side. Everyone else in tight. Luker under center. Handoff over left tackle for Rosses. That's Hunter. Hunter gets to about the 46.5, a gain of 1.5. So the Jackets will need a very long one here on third down. Well,
this game is made up of big plays and big possessions. this certainly is an important one for Stephenville because they really probably can't afford to go for it on 4th down if they don't make it here, Boots, because you don't, with 8.5 minutes to go in the game, you certainly don't want to give away any field position you've won.
3rd down and 1 for the Jackets. Big power look to the near side. Luker on a sneak will get the first down to the 44-yard line. He goes for 3 yards. Well, Jackets were really overloaded on the near side, and Luker just took it on a quick count.
And he looked over to Tinklenberg and said, "Thanks, fella, I was right there with you." And that was just a good push right behind his center. Of course, Van had him.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the Southlake. Actually, the 43-yard line is the spot.
We're getting close to crunch time here. I know there's a lot of time left, but
8:20 and counting. This clock is run quickly tonight.
Stephenville has not had a lot of trouble moving the ball in this part of the field.
Luker is in shotgun. 3 to the near side. Rolling to the near side. Luker setting up. He's in some trouble, but now we'll throw the deep ball. Has Cardwell open at the 5. Touchdown! Cody Cardwell got behind the defender, and the defender in the back in the end zone is screaming at the official. He thought he was interfered with. Cody drew away from him and makes the score.
He better be careful. He may get a 15-yard penalty to go with it. Hey.
The defender on that play, John, was it 32?
Yes.
32 is Ryan Skaggs, a senior, is going berserk in the end zone. He thought Cody pushed off at the 10.
Hey, when you get beat, tell him you got pushed off on. That's all that was.
So J-Dub gets set for the extra point. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. With 8:04 to go in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter, Stephenville retakes the lead, 24-21. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast.
We come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus, oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about.
This is the day.
Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Welcome back. 8:04 to go in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter. Stephenville on top, 24-21. John, the scoring drive.
5 plays, 71 yards, took a minute 13. Luker to Cardwell, 43-yard pass, the extra point good. Makes the score 24-21. That scoring summary brought to you by Wendell Gideon, a B&W Auto Sales on the east-south loop. Now the defense has got them where they want them.
J.W. Boren getting set to kick off for the Jackets. Approaches, kick is away, high end over end, pooch kick to the near sideline will be fair caught at the 27-yard line. Making the fair catch for the Carroll Dragons was Wade Wiltz, and he almost decided to run after he fair caught.
Kellen Luker, after that pass, Boots, 199 yards shy of tying the all-time season record in the state of Texas.
How many yards throwing does he have in the ball game right now?
244.
Compare that to Chandler right now.
There is no comparison.
Thank you.
Seems like fighting.
We'll get that here in just a moment. Chandler's under center, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers to the near side. 1st and 10th, they're on 27. Giving the ball straight ahead. No Chandler on a keeper across the 30 to the 31 to the 32 to the 33 to the 34 to the 35 to the 36-yard line. The big quarterback, 6'6", 230-pound Chandler, took about 3 or 4 Jacket defenders with him and moved the ball 9 yards. And, John, that cannot happen when you have a quarterback stood up by your linebackers and defensive ends near the line of scrimmage and let him run over you for 9 yards.
Chandler now 4 of 11 for 87 yards.
2nd down and 1 for the Dragons. 7:25 and counting here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 1 from their own 36-yard line. Chandler under center. Straight drop for Chandler. Looking to throw the deep fade pattern. Has a receiver over there. Over his head, incomplete. Flags down on the play, and I think Stephenville defense is going to be called for interference.
Yeah, I think they kind of rode him out of bounds there.
It's a pretty good push or collision at the 45-yard line. We'll wait and see. Is this against Southlake Carroll?
No.
Offensive pass interference.
Whoa.
It was. The Stephenville coaching staff.
Look at Art Browse.
He'll walk out and he'll hand the referee this flag back. John, you know what that may have been? It looked like a pick play.
What
It was a pick to the near sideline, and both officials saw it and threw immediately. The Stephenville coaching staff was pointing back at Southlake Carroll.
Yeah, it was a pick. They ran him off the pick back up at the 40-yard line.
And it's unusual to see a pick play, John, 15 yards downfield, but that's the way it was set up, with a crossing player running in front of the intended receiver and knocking the cornerback who had man-to-man coverage off of the intended receiver. The ball was overthrown anyway.
And look who's over there screaming at the official for Southlake Carroll. Bob Ledbetter, former coach and now athletic director.
Hey, athletic director, you're not supposed to do that.
Hey, you can't do that.
Get back up in your Jerry Jones booth. Just kidding. All right, Nathan Chandler again under center. All the way back at the 22-yard line. Draw play to McNutt. This one is sniffed out for about a 5-yard run. Boy, the Jackets are having a hard time wrapping up and making tackles at first contact.
Well, actually, they're kind of wrapping up. They're just getting drugged.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. It brings the ball out to the 27-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 10, 6:54 and counting. The Jackets are hitting Chandler, the quarterback, and McNutt, the running back, a lot of times in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage.
Here's another big play, Boots.
But they're being drugged downfield. 3rd down and 10. They need to get to their 37-yard line.
Help.
Chandler is in shotgun. One back standing next to him, 3 receivers to the near side. Chandler setting up. He's in some rush. He'll escape across the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Boy, were we lucky there, Boots. We had 3 receivers on 2 defenders that time. Oh, I thought Stephenville would get a timeout there. Chandler fortunately didn't see it. They had a man running wide open down the near side over here.
Well, and not only that, John, is that on the side that we had too many people, Chandler was able to pick up the first down running that way. He had nowhere to throw the ball, or he didn't think he did anyway, and he was able to escape on the far flats. 6:24 to go here in the ball game. New life for the Dragons as they're out to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. They trail Stephenville, your Jackets, 24-21, and now a official timeout.
Yeah, the umpire coming up saying something. I think maybe he's going to reset the 25-second clock. Yeah, reset the 25-second clock is what they're doing. Not really sure why, but...
All right, Chandler up under center, 1st and 10 at his own 49-yard line. 2 backs behind him, running the speed option to the near side. Chandler is in some trouble. He'll be thrown for a loss. Back at the 47-yard line, McCormick steps up from his outside linebacker position for the 2-yard loss.
Boy, and he gets up off the turf, Boots, and goes immediately and screams at left tackle Zach West.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt you, John, but what kind of spot is that? He was thrown for a 2-yard loss when contact was made, and they're giving him forward progress all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
My goodness, I don't know.
That is horrible.
Well, 2nd and 10, that's still a good call. We need to hold them here. If we can hold them here, we may win this football game, Boots.
5:46 and counting. Chandler is under center. 3 receivers to the far side. 1 back is McNutt. Chandler straight drop, looking to throw. Still looking. He's in some trouble. He'll escape. 50, 45, down to the 40, to the 37-yard line.
Boy, he's going to do it all on his own now. They should have had him back at their Carroll 45-yard line. He breaks loose and gets all the way down to the Stephenville 36.
It's a situation where Stephenville is forcing him out of the pocket, but there's no inside push, so that when the sides come in, he's able to escape up the middle and finding lots of running room. And, John, he's a little hurt right now.
Well, he's probably got to be a little out of gas, too.
All the way down at the 36-yard line of Stephenville is the first. 5:18 and counting. Chandler limping under center. Trips to the far side. 1 back behind him is McNutt. McNutt will take the pitch. Going to the sideline. Has got some blockers. Across the 35, inside the 30. Down to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 10 and the 1st down.
Oh, man. Stephenville needs a turnover here. Carroll's really got the momentum going their way.
Boy, and look at Chandler limping.
Yeah, he's all bent over, and he's tired.
I would imagine this may be the most rushing he has had in a game this year.
They may call timeout and give him a chance to get a breath. Oh, they're going to measure, so he gets a free one here. 5:04 to go in the ball game. Boy, the football game is coming down to this drive right here, Boots.
It is just short of the first down, so it'll be second and less than 1. Well, coming into this game, they had played in 13 games, and he had 463 yards rushing.
And 18 touchdowns.
That's only averaging, what is that? Between 30 and 40 yards rushing a game.
Well, he's done well tonight.
Rushing tonight, Nathan Chandler has how many yards?
67.
Well above his average. Second down and less than 1. Chandler under center. McNutt is the one back behind him. Chandler giving to McNutt. They've got the first down to the 23. He escapes out to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 12-yard line to the 10. Stephenville having all kinds of trouble defensively being able to pull down runners from Southlake Carroll.
Well,
and for the first time this year, John, I can say that people are using their strength, and I mean physical strength, against Stephenville here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that makes this really a good matchup. Now, they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It's at the 11-yard line. I thought they'd marked him right at the 10.
First and 10 for Nathan Chandler out at the 11. Inside trap handoff in some trouble. Chandler thrown for a huge loss back at the 18-yard line, but where will they spot his forward progress?
16.
At the 16.
That was Clayton Harmon again.
Chandler tried to give an inside trap handoff to Strickland, and Chandler was all over. I should say Clayton Harmon was all over Chandler before he could hand the ball off. The loss back to the 16.
Well, Boots, this is right down in the same end of the stadium where Stephenville made that big stand against Hershey last week. They need to do it again.
Second and 15, the ball outside the 16-yard line of Stephenville. Chandler under center, 3 receivers to the near side. The one back is McNutt. Chandler straight drop. Now it's a draw to McNutt. 10 to the 5 to the 1-yard line. And enough for the first down. Once again, the Jacket defense has been plagued by the draw play that picks up 16 yards.
Man, they've made a living with that play tonight, haven't they?
It'll be first and goal to go for Southlake at the Stephenville 1-yard line. Well, the good thing about this drive scoring now, John, is that the Stephenville offense will get the ball back with a lot of time. 3:45 and counting.
For Stephenville, that's a lot of time.
Thank you.
Maybe Chandler time here.
Chandler under center. Handoff over the right side. McNutt goes in untouched. That score gives Southlake back the lead, 27-24 at the 3:34 mark here of the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Extra point is upcoming.
Well, here in Texas Stadium, where Stephenville has played now their third week in a row, it's going to come down to the offense, Boots, to decide if they play in the state championship game next week against the Lamar Cougars.
Boy, wouldn't you like to have had that field goal a while ago right now, because it'd be tied them kicking the extra point just to have a 1-point lead. Getting set to kick the extra point is Eric Finley. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is. Did he miss it? No, he barely got it across the crossbar. 3:34 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Southlake 28, Stephenville 24, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
You know to call State Farm if your car gets damaged. But what if you need a little body work? Well, what you might not know is that your State Farm agent offers health insurance. Whether it's for minor repairs or a new set of wheels, or even long-term care, the company that protects your car can also help keep you in mint condition. If you need health insurance, State Farm is there.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. 3:34 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Southlake Carroll after that score, 28-24 for Stephenville. Johnny, that last drive.
10 plays, 73 yards, took 4:25. McNutt with the 1-yard run. That brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch.
High end-over-end pooch kick in the middle of the field taken by Evatt. Evatt gets across the 30 out to the 32-yard line, and that's where Stephenville will begin first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Johnny, how many changes in the lead. How many lead changes have there been in this ball game?
Funny you would ask. That is the 8th lead change in this ball game. Every time somebody scores, the lead has changed.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? That's pretty much what everybody thought it would be. I think the Stephenville fans would like to see 9 lead changes in this game.
Twins to the near side, one receiver to the far side.
69 yards away from pay dirt.
Luker is in shotgun. Double wing back look. The wing backs are split to both sides. Luker waiting the snap. He rolls to the near side, setting up. Has an open receiver. Carroll makes the catch, goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Just enough for the first down. A pickup of 10 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Stephenville at the 3:22 mark. Well, I say it's a first down. Yes, it is a first down. They move the chains at the 42-yard line. Well, one thing to be careful about here, John, you definitely want the score, and we'll be happy with that. But if you score with a lot of time remaining, Southlake, the way they've been able to move the ball, will get an opportunity as well.
Cardwell now, 10 receptions, 213 yards.
Luker throwing across the middle, has O'Neal, and he drops the football. He was open at the 45-yard line of Carroll and dropped the football. It would have been a 15-yard gain.
He looked upfield before he had it put away, Boots. Again, still only 2 people have caught passes today for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets, Evan and Cardwell. A couple of them have had chances. Check that. Hunter had that one pass.
Well, that would have given the Jackets great field position. They would have been somewhere around the Carroll 40-yard line. O'Neal wasn't going to go far after he caught the ball, but you're right. He turned and looked upfield before he had tucked that one away. Luker again in shotgun, rolling to the far side, setting up, throwing out in the flats. Carroll can't make the catch. It's way out in front of him to the sideline. Not a good throw from Luker. It sets up 3rd down and 10 at the 42-yard line, and this is a huge play.
That makes that miss to Toby a little bit bigger. All you want to do here is just keep moving the chains. You got plenty of time at 3:13 to go in the ball game.
Southlake 28, Stephenville 24 here in the Class 4A state semifinal from Texas Stadium.
Remember, Stephenville had to burn a timeout a while ago, so they only have 2 left.
2 backs behind Luker. Now 3 people shift to the near side, 2 shift to the right side. Throwing out the flats, Luker. Now he's in trouble. He'll escape. He'll try to throw, and he'll be sacked all the way back at the 35-yard line. That play was sniffed out early as quick pressure by Southlake Carroll got to Luker. And now it'll be 4th down and 17, and I believe Stephenville will have to punt at the 2:56 mark. And with only 2 timeouts remaining, that is a tough call.
Yeah, I think you're right, but you do have 2 timeouts. Why did they stop the clock?
It was a penalty against Stephenville. This is what I thought. Stephenville never got set.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, did it?
Willie and Carroll, who split to the outside. Luker snapped the ball too quick. Never allowed him to get set.
Well, now we've got an official's timeout. Why is he stopping the clock?
Somebody took a timeout. Who took it? Southlake Carroll takes a timeout. Thank you. 28-24 at the 2:43 mark. Techstar Ford, 4th quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Welcome back. 4th and 17 for the Jackets. 2:43 to go here in the ball game.
Well, are you going to put the game in the hands of your defense?
Nope. Here comes Luker.
Oh, boy.
Boy, this is huge. 4th and 17, and Stephenville's going to go for it at the 2:43 mark.
They got to get to the Southlake Carroll 48-yard line.
Boy, Southlake thought Stephenville was going to punt, and there's all kinds of confusion. Southlake didn't have the right personnel. They're running people on and off. Southlake's going to have to take another timeout. Southlake does take another timeout. We'll take one with him. Stephen will cut him off guard. 2:43 to go. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Fourth down and 17. Three receivers to the near side are Combs, Evan, and Cardwell. Split to the far side are Boren and Keel. Luker will be in shotgun formation. Stephenville has to get 17 yards. This may be the season if they do not. Snap back to him, setting up. Big rush. Luker is in trouble. He drops the football all the way back at the 25-yard line, and Carroll will take over on downs at the 27-yard line. It never had a chance to develop as big pressure came on Luker, forced him out, and he never was able to get the throw away.
Kellen never had time to throw the football. You're exactly right, Boots.
They came on another linebacker blitz. Stephenville was not ready to pick it up.
Well, let's see.
Art Browse taps on top of the head of Kellen Luker, saying,
good thing here, if you can hold them, you got 2 timeouts, make them try a field goal, you're still only down 1 touchdown, but you've got to hold them here.
Nathan Chandler under center at the 27-yard line of Stephenville. Running the option. Chandler will be stacked up at 27. He'll go down immediately. No gain on the play. Stephenville should take a timeout. They stop the clock at the 2:26 mark. It'll set up second down and 10. Or did they stop the clock?
Yeah. Well, the official on the near side did.
I have not seen the timeout. There they give the timeout signal. We'll take one with him. Back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Welcome back. Second down and 10. No gain officially on the play as Chandler was stopped. And notice, John, that Chandler on the play stopped running before he had a chance to be driven out of bounds. Smart play by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, it was. And he wasn't going to take a chance of fumbling or anything like that. Yeah, Stephenville could get a turnover here. That would be huge.
Second down and 10. The ball outside the 27-yard line of Stephenville. Chandler has one man behind him. That's McNutt. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Chandler under center, giving over left tackle to McNutt. McNutt is stood up at the 25-yard line. A gain of maybe 2 on the play. It sets up third down and 8, and Stephenville will take their last timeout at the 2:20 mark. So, John, let's keep it right here and talk about this.
Boy, that makes it huge. They had to burn that timeout early in the third quarter, doesn't it? Oh, man.
With 2:20 remaining, a play that, let's say, takes 5 seconds, 7 seconds. If they run the ball in or stop somewhere short of the yardage needed,
it'd be about 2:05 probably before they'd whistle it in, maybe 2 minutes.
And then there's 25 seconds left. So you're looking at Stephenville at the best case scenario, getting the football back with about 1.5 minutes to go in the game.
Or closer to a minute maybe. And it depends on what Southlake does. Would they try to kick a field goal here? It doesn't look like that's what they're wanting to do.
I don't think so from the standpoint, the last extra point by the kicker, Finley, barely got over the crossbar on the extra point.
Yeah, and they don't look like they're really trying to sit up in the middle of the field, although they're pretty close to the right, the NFL hash, which is just off to the right of the goalpost.
Third down and 8 for Carroll.
Stephenville with no timeouts left, Carroll with 1.
Would Chandler even risk throwing the football here with the possibility of an incompletion?
No.
Chandler under center. Giving the ball on the left side, stood up at the 19-yard line. This will be 2 yards short of the yardage needed for the first down by Strickland, I believe, took the carry.
Now they'll just go for it on fourth down. And
it's 2 yards needed.
That hurts right there.
2 yards needed for the first down, maybe even 2.5. This is huge, 1:59 and counting. If they do not pick up the first, Stephenville takes over inside their 20 with about 1.5 minutes to go. 1:51 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Here is the season your defense needs to hold. Chandler under center. One back behind him is McNutt. Straight drop. It is the draw to McNutt. McNutt coming to the sideline. He'll escape. He'll get the first down, I believe.
No, he didn't.
At the 17-yard line.
He's about 1/2 yard short, Boots.
We'll have to wait and see for the spot. At the 17 short. Is it where it is? I don't know if he had enough or not.
Oh, it's short.
We'll wait and see. First down, Stephenville. The ball turns over on downs.
Well, minute 33.
Well, your defense did the job. A minute 33 remaining. Stephenville with no timeouts trails Southlake 28-24.
Well, Boots, mind you of the Brownwood game a little bit. They had a chance late.
And then got another chance even later.
Yeah. So here's the later chance for your Stephenville Yellow Jackets. 83 yards from pay dirt. Well, it's Cody Cardwell time now, boys.
Trips to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Luker is in shotgun. They come with a blitz. Everybody's coming. They set up the screen. The middle field set up perfectly. 25 to the 30. Cardwell 35 out to the 38-yard line. A huge pickup to the 39. They brought everyone, did Southlake Carroll, and a great coaching job by Bryles on the middle screen. Found Cardwell. They were behind the defense already and get to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for Stephenville. 1:25 and now counting in the 4th quarter.
22 yards on that one. 61 more needed.
Trips to the near side, twins to the far side. Luker in shotgun. Coming back to him once again. Throwing out in the flats. Finds an open receiver, Steed, and he goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 1 yard short of the yardage needed for the first down. And I wish Steed would have turned upfield for a few more yards.
Yeah, he gets 9. He could have gotten at least 2 or 3 more, and I guess just didn't see the sticks.
Well, but he does stop the clock at the 48-yard line. It's 2nd down and 1.
52 yards to go.
Stephenville trailing Southlake Carroll 28-24 with the ball at their own 48-yard line. No timeouts remaining for Stephenville. Trips to the near side, 2 to the far side. Snap back to Luker. Once again, here comes the blitz. Luker throwing the deep ball, has an over receiver. Cardwell 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Cody Cardwell, the play will go. 51 yards, and Stephenville has struck back at the 104 mark on the strike from Luker to Cardwell.
Oh, baby!
Stephenville on top, 30-28. The extra point upcoming, and look at the gloom and doom on the faces of the Southlake Carroll coaching staff sitting next to us.
Oh, baby, what a play! Cody Cardwell would not be denied as he broke a tackle at the 15-yard line.
Luker and Cardwell,
Big extra point coming up.
the most prolific combination in Texas high school football. Steed awaiting the snap from Keel. It's back, hold down. Boren's kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 104 remaining in the Techstar forward 4th quarter. Stephenville 31, Southlake Carroll 28. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Accidents happen, and no matter when or where they do, the world's largest claim service network gets on the case immediately. Prompt personal service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pandemonium has struck at Texas Stadium as Stephenville fans are going bananas.
That last score in summary, 3 plays, 83 yards, took 30 seconds. Luker, 52-yard pass to Cardwell. That score in summary brought to you by Fletcher Animal Clinic.
It was the 9th lead change of the game. High end over end kick will be taken by Scratcher at his 18-yard line. He's across the 20, 25 up to the 30, across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And that's where Southlake Carroll will take over. 58 seconds remaining in the contest. Southlake Carroll has 1 timeout remaining.
Hold everything. They're not through yet. Remember somebody said it would probably be the last team to touch the ball that would win. Well, that's what Southlake wants to see happen. Stephenville defense must hold with 58 seconds. Watch number 17. They don't have anybody on him.
Fasten your seatbelts, please.
They don't have anybody on him, Boots.
Trips to the far side, and Jackets only have 2 defensive backs over there. Chandler looking to throw, still looking, flags down. Thrown out in the flats, caught, and run out of bounds at the 44-yard line, 45-yard line of Carroll. But wait a minute, a flag is down.
I think that's going to be against Southlake. Why were they not defending him? Okay, yeah, the free safety is just rolling over late.
Let's wait and see what the penalty is. This may be against Stephenville, the way they're talking.
It looks like personal foul against
Stephenville. 15-yard penalty. Wow.
What is that penalty?
Boy, that's huge. 15 yards.
Come on, officials. Let the kids decide this game, huh?
That'll move the ball into Stephenville territory with 52 seconds remaining. Gosh, that is huge.
Look at Art Browse. What is this call, he says?
And I'm sure right now he is saying, Mr. Official, you've got to let these kids decide the outcome of the game, just like you talked about,
Remember,
John.
all they need is a field goal to tie. 52 seconds to go.
At the 48-yard line of Stephenville now, Carroll has the football. Nathan Chandler is in shotgun. Snap back to him, setting up. Big blitz is on. Throwing across the middle has Ty Strickland caught at the 36-yard line. A pickup of about 13 on the play. It's enough for a first down, and that momentarily stops the clock with 46 seconds remaining.
Remember, they only have one timeout, but they will stop the clock as they move the chains. Well, we need a defensive sack here.
Straight back to Chandler, setting up, looking to throw. Throwing the deep fade pattern on the far sideline. It's up for grabs. Knocked away at the last second. And I thought a flag might come down. Southlake Carroll once won. The intended receiver on the play was hammered 2 yards deep in the end zone, but I think the ball came at the same time. Don't you, Johnny?
Yeah, that was Scott Myers, the sophomore. And Ryan Harris on the good defense. That stops the clock now with 38 seconds. But more importantly, second down and 10.
38 seconds remaining in the ball game.
What a football game.
Second and 10 at the Stephenville 35-yard line. Nathan Chandler snap back to him in shotgun. Setting up, still looking, throwing across the middle. It's caught and then dropped. Good defensive play by B.J. Mercer. Strickland wants interference. He won't get it. 32 seconds now remaining, and it's third down and 10 from the Stephenville 35.
And because of the situation, Boots, Chandler's really got a lot of time to throw back there because you can't rush but 4 linemen.
Third down and 10. 32 seconds remaining. Stephenville 31, Southlake Carroll 28. Nathan Chandler, the quarterback for Carroll, in shotgun. Back to his own 40, setting up big blitz. McCormick's on him, throwing the deep ball up over the head of everyone. It'll be fourth down and 10. McCormick from his linebacker position put a big rush on Chandler. Now, fourth down and 10. Do you take your last time out, John, and talk about it if you're Carroll?
I think you have to. Boots.
Well out of field goal range. This would be about a 52-yarder to try to tie it.
Well, they're not going to. They're going to go for it right here. Here's the season.
Fourth and 10. Chandler is under center.
Watch Chandler.
He may try a draw even. Straight drop. Faking the draw. Chandler rolling, looking. Has Strickland open across the middle. It's over his head. Incomplete. Stephenville will take over on downs. Stephenville will advance to the state championship. Oh, the defense hugging each other everywhere. Strickland was open at the 20, and Chandler just overthrew him.
Oh, my goodness, what a football game.
Kellen Luker will go out and just down this one.
They've got one timeout. They'll use it, I'm sure, after the first play.
Boy, and hugs all around on the Stephenville sideline. Look at the coaching staff giving each other hugs everywhere.
How about that defense when you needed it, baby? 2. There's the Stephenville coaches from the booth coming by, hollered at us. Woo! Boots, well, I'll say it after this play.
Kellen Luker under center. He will go to a knee, and that will roll out the clock. Southlake will take their last timeout. We'll keep it right here. 17 seconds remaining.
I apologize because I just got so excited that I missed it, but there's a play that we almost overlooked. Fourth down and 2. Yeah, fourth down and 2. And whoever was it Harris or Mercer, one of them, maybe Gunn, that came up and made the tackle a half a yard short. Well, Stephenville gets the ball with 1:33 and goes 83 yards and scores.
It was fourth down and 2, maybe even 3 on the play, and I cannot remember who was running the ball.
In the open field. It was
right.
McNutt in the open field.
McCormick hit McNutt first, about 3 or 4 yards short of the yardage needed, and that allowed the rest of the defense from the defensive backfield to come up and stop McNutt a half yard short, and it allowed the Stephenville to get back the football with that 3-play, 83-yard drive to take the lead.
My. What a football game.
Southlake Carroll had a sign they had up earlier that said, "Hey, you're losing." Right back at you. Luker under center, 17 seconds remaining. He will go to a knee. Stephenville now, for the third time in the last 6 years, will advance to the state championship. They will take on Lamarck. What a rematch that's going to be. The media hype will be unreal for that circus next week, but this has to be one of the biggest wins in Stephenville High School football history. They win 31-28. That's it for the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stay tuned. The postgame show is up next. We're back in 2 minutes on KSTV.
We're down on the field after the game. 31-28, Stephenville pulls one out. All I can say is, oh, mama, what a game.
Well, I don't think that I've ever been through a better high school football game. The only one that comes close to this would be our 22-21 win against Waxahachie in 1993, which was a great win. And this one ranks right up there with that. So it's just a tremendous win, and I'm just so proud of our players for just, having some tenacity and never giving up and fighting all the way to the end of the game. We tell them it's a 48-minute ball game, and we used about 47 minutes and 6 seconds or so to win the game. But it was just a great team win, and I'm pleased to be a part of it and proud to be a part of it.
About 2 minutes or so to go. Your defense comes up big, stops them on fourth down, and you guys didn't at all. As he's laughing at his buddies behind him, your team at offense did all to not panic.
Well, we've been able to score all year, and that's something that we feel like we get to football, we can go score points, and you can't be in a more pressure situation than scoring what we were in tonight, and that's just a tribute to our offensive line, our people making plays. It's just it's a dream come true. I mean, you envision these things happening, and when they finally do, it just it makes you feel proud and it makes you very thankful, and that's how we feel right now.
One stop to go. Your thoughts on the finals?
Well, we're proud to be there. There's 2 teams left in the state of Texas. We're one of them. Lamarck has a tremendous program. 6 times in a row in the state championship game. It's going to be a great opportunity for us. It'll be a great atmosphere, and we're going to go down there and bring a state championship home to Stephenville, and fight all we can to do that. We feel like we're going to go play as well as we can play, and hopefully that'll be good enough to do it.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Good job. Good job, Harry.
All right, our final score, 31-28, Stephenville. 5 down, 1 to go. I'm Rob Willman, nothing but sports. We'll see you in the finals.